going well. Let's get. Meanwhile, let's get.
Me. All right, guys, welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. How about this Monday volatility? Sunday, we were pumping. Monday, we were dumping, which was tough. Now, are we shooting back up? Back to 104-ish is Bitcoin today. Feeling all right. Guys, the question of the day is, are we getting new all-time highs this week? Are we getting new all-time highs this week? I see a lot of people on X right now saying that the Fed just signaled that they're ready to pump the markets. They're ready to increase liquidity into the markets. And frankly, I don't really see where they're seeing that language from. The thing about X, guys, is there are echo chambers of incorrect information that gets spread around from time to time. I get caught up in it sometimes. I'm sure you guys get caught up in it sometimes. But I'm always kind of trying to look at the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is Bitcoin's looking pretty darn good right now, okay? And regardless of the interest rate, Bitcoin is really been established as a reserve currency for the world, I would say. Now, I saw, what was his name? I saw that, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Somebody came out recently and said that Bitcoin, if it hits 500K, will be as established as gold. I would argue that if it's on its way and everybody believes that it's on its way and we know that it's going to get to those gold-like levels, then, you know, why not buy in now, right? Why not believe that right now? And that's what I believe about Bitcoin. And then when we talk about altcoins, there's just so many opportunities to make so much money. Over the weekend, we had a lot of coins pumping, guys. We had a lot of meme coins. Mudang was one of the big ones, getting up 50% in a day. You had Doge and PEPE pumping, and everything was ripping over the weekend. The one says XRP looks, oh, here we go. He's going after XRP again. Oh, no. Oh, no. How's it going? Wes in the chat, and Crypto Keeper, and Scott. Wes is adding sats every chance he gets. I love it. Cleary's beef in the chat. How you doing? Papa, hey, Papa said, and I'm flattered, you are my favorite celebrity. And then for a second, I was like, who's he talking about? And I guess you were talking about me, but here's a fun fact is I'm not a celebrity. Hey, I'm a YouTuber. We've got like almost 50,000 subscribers, but I don't think that makes me a celebrity. I'm just a guy looking to have some fun every day. You know, I was thinking about going on stream like this, guys, and just coming on stream like this today. But I didn't. But I just did for a second. So we like to have a little bit of fun. But we do like to talk about the crypto news. Papa, I appreciate you. All love to you. Papa, I like the Papa. Okay, appreciate you. We broke 100 on 18. What? 100 on 18. What? You broke 100 on? Oh, nice. My guy. We got to get you out, dude. Soon. I'm giving you a call later today, Clear's Beef, okay? Get ready. I'm calling you after the stream, okay? Took a big leap into doodles. The NFTs. Oh boy, NFTs. I didn't know we were still going with NFTs. I'm not a big NFT guy, but you know what? I know doodles is a big one, from what I understand. Okay. And I'm not a big NFT guy, like I said, so, you know, who knows, but there you go. Okay. BSS, appreciate that. He says, I'm his favorite bald YouTuber, because there's only 3 of us. That's great. Beautiful. Perfect. Wonderful. That's awesome. Okay, so taking a look at everything going on today, let's just look at, you guys know how we do it, okay? We're going to do the prices. We're going to look at what's gaining, what's losing. We're going to look at some charts. Then we're going to get into some of the news, and then we'll do a little Q&A at the end, okay? BSS clowning in the chat. Look out. We're having a day. Please be said golf season's here. Hitting some bombs. We like it. There's a dude coin from Doodles. Oh my gosh, they have a meme too now. Unbelievable. Okay, so Bitcoin back up to 105 almost. Look at this chart. Look what Bitcoin did, guys. This is just ridiculous. These are liquidity hunters, okay? Look. You want to do some trading? I love it. Yesterday, had a nice little trade on Bitcoin, caught a little long in this price action. and took some profit basically at the top of one of these candles. And I looking to get back into another trade here, but I'm doing little scalp longs, short moves over 3 to 7 or 8 hours or something like that. I don't know why I said 7 or 8 hours. Just like I'm not sleeping on a position right now. Okay. Personally, Black Sea has been had a long-term long in XRP because he got it in at a low price, which are great. When you can make those, I think those are great too. You have a nice long position and you could add more to it slowly, steadily over time. Those are fun. I personally like to do more of the quick ins and outs, make $100, make $500, make 1,000, whatever, it is. With, some of my trading money, right? So I got kind of like a trading account. I use Blowfin. You want to use Blowfin, you could sign up. But look at the crazy moves. I mean, if you had opened up a position here, like right here, and you wrote it up, you could have come right back down and like closed it there easily. And then it shot back up. You could have opened another long in a panic and then just gotten wrecked on this next candle. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that did that yesterday. There was a lot liquidated yesterday. I saw somewhere it said over like 500 million. I'm only seeing 182 million, but I saw an X somewhere. I think it was like 700 million. Somebody said it was liquidated yesterday, which I don't know why it's not showing on here. I don't know where that individual was getting that stat from, but it was crazy to see that from this 107K top wick down to where'd my ruler go? Oh boy. Okay. Down to the lows of this range. That's a 5.6%, 4.6% move for Bitcoin, a $2 trillion asset. And that's in like 8 or 12 hours, right? That's a huge move for Bitcoin to be getting. It came up and it came right back down. And the warning I have is don't be surprised to see us get a bullish retest off 100K, guys. Okay, clearly there are some liquidation games going on. Really fun volatility for trading. Really stressful if you're not in and out of these positions right now. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. Is getting these quick in and outs. Make 100, make 200, make 500, make 1,000, whatever it is. Anywhere from I'm using like around 10x, 8x leverage right now. But sometimes I'll throw it up there and I'll try something. I don't love to go over 20 because you just get your stop losses are too quick on these chops, or your liquidation price, should I even say, is too quick. And then good luck setting a stop loss at 20x leverage. It's like you're setting a stop loss with 20, 30, 40x leverage. You're looking to get boom, kaput. So, I like using some of the lower stuff. When you do use the higher stuff, I generally take a smaller position with higher leverage and I kind of let it ride. That's my way of doing it when I do use that higher leverage. But there's a lot of different ways to cut the cookie. Okay, so that's a metaphor I use for you there. But things are looking pretty good. We did see a little bit of a dip down for the total market cap to kind of get a retest off 3.15, which is definitely a level for bouncing. Maybe we got that bounce there. This is the daily candles. Looking at the weekly candles, this weekly candle could come down to that level. This weekly candle could retest back down to even the 3.05, and that could correspond possibly with Bitcoin looking back at maybe even 91, 92 potentially again. And look, I put a poll out in the chat and I want to know from you guys, do you believe that Bitcoin can take a new all-time high this week? I say it could. Sure. Why not? I think it could. Absolutely. Look at what Bitcoin's doing right now. I lean bullish. I think everything is bullish for Bitcoin right now. But I do know that there are some games that occur and it's not just always, straight up instant. We're having a couple retracements like Solana, which was ripping, roaring, and soaring, is getting just a little bit of a slip down here on this weekly. We'll see if it can keep its momentum, but could get a retest easily to 126K. $126. Jeez, man, got to get more coffee. Hold up. That's good. Okay. $126 Solana. Could you imagine if you could buy Solana at $126? Well, I think you could because you just had a chance to buy it at $104. In fact, you even had a wick back in April to buy it at $94. February, you were much lower. Guys, it's unbelievable to see where we've come from the lows, where we're at today, and all these opportunities we've had to buy along the way. Bitcoin dominance is shooting back up, still looking at 73 to 74%. I did not want to move this range, but perhaps it is time to move it to something like this. This is kind of what we're looking at. And honestly, this doesn't matter as much. We're kind of looking in this little area right here. I mean, this is basically what I'm peeking at. Something kind of like this. If we break above this trend line, that could be that moment where we got just kind of shoot back up to these higher levels for Bitcoin dominance. And then, we're still kind of sitting and waiting for an altcoin season. Altcoin season happens when these big red circles occur and these big red candles. That's Bitcoin dominance falling down, which I think will happen at some point again in the future. Let's look at some of our other big gainers, big losers for the day, and keep this thing moving along. Did you hit the like button yet? Asked Papa. That's a good question, Papa. I wonder if they did, Papa. I don't really know. I don't really know if they did, but I can tell you right now, we've only got 14 likes, which is, what makes me want to cry. I could cry, a grown man crying on camera because he didn't get enough likes. Now that's pretty sad, but we don't want to get there. So just tap the like button. Okay. Honestly, what made me cry? You see that movie Click with Adam Sandler when he's running out, his dad in the rain? That'll make a grown man cry, let me tell you. Okay. All right. So we got Bitcoin doing fine today. You've got Ethereum sitting at 2,500. It's down a little bit over the last 24 hours. We had kind of an everything boom here over the last few weeks, and now we're cooling off. XRP back down to $2.34. Binance coin is just pretty strong. Pretty strong coin for one reason or another. I think it's being held by CZ owns most of the Binance coins, so I guess he's just diamond handing it. But we don't have a lot moving up today. Looking at our top gainers today, not a lot. Top losers, quite a bit. These are some of the coins that were actually going up recently over the weekend. All of a sudden now, boom, dog with hat getting smacked back down. Caspa, Jupiter, Virtuals, Protocol, Artificial Super Intelligent Alliance coin, Fetch AI. Farcoin coming down a little bit. Lot more is bleeding out today, unfortunately. We got a few bleeders today, and that's fine, guys, because Bitcoin dominance is climbing, and that's kind of all within our expectations of what we've been laying out on this channel. Pi's back down to 71 cents. What a bummer. This thing was up to like $1.10 or something like that. We've got liquidation games going on. You could take advantage of this volatility if you're on the right side of history with the liquidations that are occurring. You're making good money on some of these moves. If you're on the wrong side of it, well, then you're not. And then you got to kind of reevaluate your strategy and figure out something that works for you. And maybe that's just DCAing and holding, but I know that there's great opportunities in trading. So I love to trade. We use Blowfin, and you want to sign up and do some trading for yourself, you can sign up using our link, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus if you want to check it out. Yahoo Finance reporting a couple things. Stocks fall, yields jump after Moody's credit downgrade. The Moody's downgrade of U.S. credit rating shook Wall Street. And then we kind of got a couple things dipping. That being said, the S&P 500 is very close to 6,000. Just not that long ago, it was down to 5,000, almost it got down to like 4,900 at one point. The stock market has been recovering as of late, and things have been looking pretty good. We did see the GOP plows ahead with the Trump tax bill. And so we've got this new tax bill. It just passed a key hurdle. This is looking like it might be coming. Details of that tax bill, less taxes. I mean, it is basically what it is. But as always in the government, there are negotiations of what they want, don't want in the bill. And so let's see if the thing actually gets through. It advances, but it's not actually like approved. It's not locked and loaded. I think if the tax bill gets approved, it'd probably prove to be, I think it'd be bullish for the market, but we do see some language being used right now in the media that says Where did I see it? 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 I just saw it. Ah, man. Where'd it go? I don't know. There was just basically like some people are saying that the tax cuts would be bad. That's politics. Messing with markets. That's where we're at right now. Some good news for crypto. If you have some S&P 500, well, congratulations. You now own crypto, kind of, if you hadn't before. And so Coinbase stock is officially a part of the S&P 500. So now anybody that owns S&P 500 owns Coinbase stock. I love that. I own Coinbase stock. I've got some in my Roth IRA personally. This is pretty cool. Coinbase stock was down 1% shortly after Monday's open. Shares are up more than 25% since the news broke more than a week ago that the company would join the index. So once the announcement came out that it would happen, this thing's been performing pretty darn well. The CEO, Brian Armstrong, last week said it's going to be in everyone's 401ks, talking about crypto. Well, Coinbase too now because it's part of the S&P 500. So that's pretty cool. But they did have some troublesome news last week where, there was this cyber attack that compromised customer data, and it could cost them 180 to 400 million. I saw one story about some retired artist who lost $2 million. I think it was $2 million because of this hack. And I didn't really get a good explanation as to why this individual lost $2 million because of the hack. I want to, I want to see this story. Retired artist, 2 million Coinbase. Let's see. No, and see, yeah. So I saw this Bloomberg article this morning that said because of the hack for Coinbase, this guy lost $2 million, but that was not the truth. The truth is it was just scammers, right? Coinbase support agents, right? And I did a short over the weekend that was talking about this because I got like 5 texts this weekend saying, call this phone number because somebody's trying to do a transaction on your Coinbase account. Nobody's trying to do a transaction on my Coinbase account. I got 2-factor authentication. I got things locked and loaded. I'm locked on. I got all my security features set, and I know that. And so when you do know that, and when you do that, and if you haven't done that, you've got to do that with all your centralized exchanges, your 2-factor authentication, and every level of security, a good password, different password than all your other platforms, all those kind of things, guys. When you do that, then you can feel secure when you get those scam text messages that are like, oh, somebody's trying to do a withdrawal from your Coinbase account. To stop the transaction, call this. I never call those numbers. I get phone calls. I get text messages like that. Unfortunately, this retired artist fell for the trap and lost $2 million, which is unbelievable, and sad. It's sad. It's, he was victim. Here you go. Yeah. And so here it is. Lost more than $2 million in cryptocurrency after falling victim to a sophisticated scam. And the reason after falling victim to a scam involving a Coinbase impersonator. Where did I see this? Scam linked to a recent breach of Coinbase's data. So here's the reason that the data breach was a problem, okay, for Coinbase, is because, since the data breach happened, now they're just reaching out because they've got basically the phone numbers of a bunch of folks, and they're reaching out and they're trying to scam a bunch of the Coinbase users, and this man fell for the scam. So you can protect yourself by not falling for the scam. Unfortunately, this is a 67-year-old, and so targeting some of the older folks, they're not willing to fall for it, but they're the most likely to fall for these scams. My dad messages me sometimes like, hey, I got this text message. Do I have to do so? There's a PayPal transaction that's occurring and a Coinbase blah. And I'm like, dude, that's a scam. Duh. Right? But not everybody knows that. So, protect yourself accordingly. Lock your account. Okay. It's the same scam for Amazon. It's just brutal. It's just brutal. NPR is writing about the president sparking a crypto revolution in America. For years, crypto was viewed as a weird and fringe investment hyped up by a bunch of math geeks and used widely by all kinds of I didn't know I was a math geek. Unsavory dealers and hackers. Wow, I am none of the above. That shows you the judgmental nature of the media. But I think that's kind of how it was viewed, you know. I can get behind it. It was known for spectacular returns and massive crashes. But now the Oval Office is fully embracing, even promoting crypto. And then they go into some of the controversy. But critics are aghast, warning that the U.S. promoting an investment history, incredible volatility, end up hurting scores of average managers, potentially setting up a financial crisis like the one experienced in 2008. This is playing both sides of the thing. The point is the Trump administration is reshaping how the U.S. regulates crypto. And this man, Gary Gensler, was stopping the industry for one reason or another. I think you need to kind of have it as, you know, you get to plan your own future. I get to make my own investments. You know, previously there were some crypto coins that you couldn't even buy in the state of New York. Well, now the mayor of New York wants to make New York the hub of crypto. And now you can, I think, buy a lot of the things that maybe you previously couldn't buy on Coinbase in New York and some of these other exchanges. But you don't want it quite to be the Wild West, but you do want it to be something where if I want to buy this, I can. And you can't, stop me. I mean, I think that that's all good as long as we're following the laws and the rules and taxes and all these things. This is the shift, okay? And it's a beautiful thing. But even though there's a lot of positive things coming, like take Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, for example. Do you know how many millions and billions of dollars have poured into the MicroStrategy stock? MicroStrategy stock was one of the best performing assets in 2024. I think it was the top performing stock in 2024, I think. Somebody want to check me on that? I think that was the case. And so now there's this story coming out. This was crazy to me. This is just mind-blowing to me. Class action lawsuit filed against Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, alleging misleading statements about its Bitcoin strategy. So let's back up the truck on this. This story is saying that the investors in MicroStrategy, okay, are suing Michael Saylor after having one of the best performing stocks in the world last year. I'm so mad, Michael Saylor, that you bought Bitcoin and my stock made me rich. I'm so mad that you made me so rich, Michael Saylor, because your awesome Bitcoin strategy. I'm so mad at you. Let's all get together and do a class action lawsuit because you told us that Bitcoin would be great. Our stock performed great, but you didn't tell me that there's going to be days where it goes down 5% or that it'd have a 30% dip at some point, even though it's still up 400% over the year. And so I'm going to sue you. That's what is going on right now. That's what's going on right now. And of course, it's hitting the media. I've seen a lot of things. Recently, I saw a reporter asked him a question. If Bitcoin goes down 90%, are your investors going to be in trouble? And his answer was like, yeah, that'd be bad. If Bitcoin went down 95%, people would be hurt in MicroStrategy, of course. But is Bitcoin going to go down 95%? You wish. I wish I'd buy more. I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd be okay. I'd be a little worried about it, but I'd buy some more. I'd buy more. Actually, would buy some more. This class action lawsuit is crazy to me because not only was Michael Saylor's company very successful in this, they were one of the most successful companies in 2024. El Salvador, right? President Nayib Bukele did a Bitcoin reserve mirroring this idea from Michael Saylor, and they're $357 million in the profit. And so this Bitcoin conviction, this strategy, this MicroStrategy strategy to buy this Bitcoin is something that not only worked for Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, but it worked for this country. And the crazy thing about this is this lawsuit, I think is a publicity stunt to scare other companies from doing this kind of thing. This kind of thing, meaning I think that this lawsuit is designed to steer other companies like Microsoft, like McDonald's, which both had gotten recommended by their board, or there's conversation going on if they should buy Bitcoin, like Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. They voted no. But market implications. It could impact the way companies market their crypto investments to anyone considering an investment field in this future. In the future, experts in finance and the government monitor what is going on at this point. A lot of interest in. And so my point being is that, this could prevent other companies from wanting to do this. And I believe this is just a strategy to slow down Bitcoin adoption by a couple savvy behind the scenes folks that are getting in the ears of some of the investors that put forth this class action lawsuit. I think this is a big publicity stunt. I think this is an attack on Michael Saylor. That is not really an attack on Michael Saylor. It's an attack on Bitcoin is the way that I'm kind of viewing it. And a big publicity stunt to try to slow down Bitcoin adoption, because that's all they can really do is try to slow it down with mind games, but you can't stop it. Okay, Bitcoin is going to be unstoppable. Crypto Keeper says, goes to show morons can bring lawsuits against anyone. Yeah, I mean, so mad. My stock went up 10x over the last year. I should sue. It didn't go up 100x. Right? That's crazy. I want crypto crash hardcore so I can buy more when I get some more dry powder, says Papa. You know what? You're not the only one, brother, man. And that's why just DCA steadily over time and enjoy the bull market and take profit along the way is the best strategy. Yep. Okay. Exactly. So, Bitcoin bulls should be careful with longs as BTC price risks a 100K breakdown. In fact, they're talking about a 91K test before any meaningful bullish breakout resumes. Look at this cartoonish bear from Cointelegraph. I could see it. I saw a lot of people on X this morning talking about, the Fed just came out and said they're going to start blah, 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 rate cuts. Okay. Blah, 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 Fed rate cuts. Oh, yeah? Where? Rate cut in June? Where? Rate cut July? 30% chance. That's not a big chance. The data is looking better. The tariff thing is getting better, but we're not out of the woods yet. No rate cut in June. That leaves room for Bitcoin dominance rally to continue. Little fake altcoin season is kind of what we had here for a second. Acknowledging that it could be possible to start booming if the data starts coming in and these tariffs do get resolved, then hey, we could start turning the other way. We could start getting more odds of a rate cut. But anybody talking about the Fed, talking about, some bullish stuff from the Fed, not a lot of bullish stuff from the Fed right now. Okay. Not a lot of bullish stuff from the Fed right now. I see a lot of people talking about that. This was a really bad article I found from Decrypt. I normally like some of their stories, but Bitcoin inches closer to all-time highs. Here's what's driving its price. And they really didn't get into anything. They talk about trade-driven inflation risks. So it's the same thing, okay? It's the same thing. Nothing's new here. They talk a lot about Walmart in this. Inflation concerns have resurfaced after Walmart warned of tariff-related price hikes hitting shelves this summer. So we still got some of the tariff pain that's kind of a lagging thing that's coming along, so... Universal Fungi says we were pumping hard. We pumping right now? Yeah, we're pumping right now. Beauty. Maybe we break out here. Maybe we do break out here. Bitcoin's breaking out right now. Bitcoin's pumping. Bitcoin dominance shooting up. Bitcoin's ripping, roaring, soaring. We like it. We like it. We want it. We want some more of it. And if you want to trade, you could sign up for Blowfin. Check out our link. We got a lot of folks trading with us right now. I think we got like 100. We got like 100 people trading with us right now on Blowfin. If you want to sign up and join the trading party, you can sign up using our link down below. Roaring and soaring. Yeah, we like that. We like this Bitcoin pump today, folks. We do. All right, let's do a little Q&A. I'm going to sit down in the chair. Kipper, how you feeling about Solana today? We feel good about Solana every day, brother man. We love Sol. How you feeling about Solana today? Crypto Keeper says, what do you think in case we get a large pump and fall to 91K? Look, I think that this volatility is insane. I think this volatility is insane. This is liquidation hunting. Okay. I think we could easily see Bitcoin a new all-time high this week, and I think altcoins could continue to lag. That's kind of what I think. I lean more bullish, but I warn you, it's time for longs. I think not right now. You should have longed this morning down here, but and let's just do this right now. We've got some kind of trend line kind of going there. Kind of. It's weak. It's really weak, but it's something. I'm looking out for 100. Scott says, what about ZBack Network and Taurus AI? You mean Taurus AI or Taurus AI? The coffee's hitting good. So this is fun fact. Okay, so I like Panera bread. I don't know you guys are Panera people, but I like Panera bread. And they have this hazelnut coffee at Panera bread. It's just black coffee. It's flavored, and it's very good. Well, for a while, when you ordered, and I Grubhubbed this morning, when you ordered from Panera, you couldn't get their hazelnut flavored blend when you ordered on Grubhub, and that made me upset. Well, now they offer it, so it's hitting great. It's my favorite flavor. I had a ciabatta sausage egg sandwich this morning, all paid for, by the way, on my crypto.com Visa card. Truth. And split a blueberry muffin with my wife. It was so good. It was a delicious blueberry muffin, let me tell you. These blueberry muffins, I like blueberries. I like the muffins. They're huge muffins. Frankly, never had a better muffin in my life, actually. True. That was a weak one. Okay, let's just look at these for you. I am a member. I'm a member at Panera. I am. They got good rewards program at Panera. Yeah. And look at this. Now, I've done a couple sponsored videos on Taurus AI. And it's one that I really am going to keep an eye on. I really do. I really do think this one is worth keeping an eye on. It is the only one backed by the Solana Foundation, and it's the top AI play on Solana. It's ranked 411. It's only at a $100 million market cap. So if you like AI plays, yeah, maybe on this one, right? ZBack. Yeah, we've looked at ZBack. I don't know. ZBack was kind of more vague for me. I'm not a huge ZBack fan. What? What is this? An alternate PEPE again? Another alternate PEPE? Crazy. How you doing, John? My chair sounds like a spaceship. What? Oh, is it this? That sounds like a spaceship. That was my desk. It was my desk that was moving, not my chair. I wish I had a spaceship chair too. We got 200 viewers right now. Thanks for tuning into the Crypto Report, folks. Give a repost if you want to. Smash a like as well. What are your thoughts on Mantle? Mantle rings a bell. Mantle, what? That's on Ethereum, right? Am I right? Mantle's some kind of DeFi protocol on Ethereum. Am I right? Is it an RWA play on Ethereum? Mantle's a pioneer on-chain ecosystem. Mantle was hot for a minute. I remember a lot of people talking about Mantle for a minute there. It's ranked number 42, so that's pretty cool. It's one of those coins that I don't think is going to be that exciting in the next bull market. It's kind of a newcomer to this bull market is my understanding of it, right? Yeah, relatively newer, and it's probably going to pump. I mean, right now, it was at $1.30. It's at 73 cents. It could go higher. I mean, when this total market cap explodes, when altcoin season goes, I think that there could be something to it. Mantle mainnet. So what is it? Its own L1. I kind of missed that. Yeah, I think it's its own L1. Could be a thing. Caspa is one that has had some pumpability in the past. It could absolutely roar again in this bull market. It actually had a really nice pump the other day when everything was pumping, and its previous highs are what, 20 cents. So it's not that far down from its highs. I think it can go a lot higher, guys. I think it can go a lot higher. I think we could see Caspa to, do some kind of 10 or 20x thing. The Ghost Tag blockchain technology it's something that got recognized by a lot of major exchanges. It's on Bybit, Bitget, maxi, Gate.io, KuCoin, Kraken, Bitmart, LBank. It's on a lot of these top exchanges. Still doesn't have a Binance listing. Still doesn't have a Crypto.com listing. But I think it's probably coming at some point in this bull market. I wouldn't be surprised if it came. Will Michael Saylor become the richest man in the world? Yeah, maybe, unless his lawsuit wrecks him. Universal fund guy. But I think the lawsuit is a publicity stunt, personally. Hey, Kip, could you tell me of a decent risk play? Well, Crypto Keeper, that's a complicated question. It's a complicated question. But, well, it's pretty straightforward. But look, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. You know that by now, Crypto Keeper, but I'm obligated to say that because it's true. I think that PEPE is going to have a great time. I mean, I don't know what you mean by risk, because risk could mean I'm looking for a 5x. It could mean you're looking for a 10x, 20x, 50x, or 100x. And it kind of depends what you're looking for there. And I couldn't possibly predict exactly how many X anything is going to do, but PEPE is a risky play that is a meme coin that I think has some serious pumpability and potential for an ETF, given we have the Dogecoin ETF coming. I think Dogecoin is kind of like a blue chip, and I think PEPE wants to catch up and become a blue chip. If you want to go deeper down into the rabbit hole and you want to take some more risk, you could look at something that is risky and a real play like Stacks. an L2 solution for Bitcoin DeFi. Now, are we going to see L2 solutions become meaningful for Bitcoin? Is that important for the Bitcoin ecosystem? Do we need that to actually take off? There's your risk. I don't know. I think the answer is yes, but the risk is that just doesn't catch on right now, right? And you miss some of the others. Then you could go down the rabbit hole of looking at some of the other plays, like looking at an ecosystem. Like maybe you want to look at the base chain and you want to look at the Avalanche chain and Cardano and Cronos and find a meme within that ecosystem. Or maybe you want to find a DApp or a DEX within that ecosystem. But now what's required of that is the DApp needs to be successful. But in order for the DApp to be successful, the chain needs to be successful. And if you want the meme coin on the DApp on the chain to be successful, well, then you need everything in that chain to be successful. And there lies probably your most risky reward scenario, is like a Cronos meme or a base chain meme is definitely really risky. With that, if it goes well, could come some great reward. But is that the route that I go? Sometimes I play those games. Clearly, I like to play those games. But is that my long-term strategy? Not quite. I think that I like to kind of focus on these blue chips and then dabble at times when things are hot and exciting with some of these other risk-on plays. Get in, get out. And then sometimes you do hold them too long. Like I already made a couple mistakes in this bull market. Ended up fine for it and did great, all things considered. But you don't want to get caught in some of those risk-on plays for holding for too long, right? So these are a lot of considerations, and one thing that we're considering doing on this channel, we've got something planned maybe for members. We might be doing something for members to kind of I don't want to say too much. Me and Black Sea are spitballing on what else we can do for you guys. What other kind of content we can give you? What other benefits can we give to the members of our community that have been so loyal over the years? I don't want to say too much because we're still spitballing, but I mean, if I have a lot of, you don't have to apologize. I love that question, Crypto Keeper. Yeah, if you're looking for something crazy risky, you go for a meme. If you're looking for something like 20, 30x potential, you're looking more at like a Cronos or a Caspa, right? And that might shock you that I just call Cronos risky, but yeah, Cronos is risky. Cronos is risky. It's not as risky as PEPE. It's not as risky as, any of the other memes, Mudang or whatever, but, every step away from Bitcoin is more risk. Like Button says, do you think we'll have a full-blown alt season around September or sooner, in your best opinion? Yeah. I mean, I think that it'll start going by September, October, maybe August, September, October should be hot, and we should kind of get some kind of stretch around then. Because I think that's right when the Fed's going to start cutting rates, and we'll be getting past some of the tariff problems potentially. Random Midwest family. I love that name. Give all your are blanc. What is I don't know what you said. Random Midwest family. I love that name though. Dogecoin ETF would be useless as ever, says Diego. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a way for traditional market to invest in crypto. So, and people like memes. Jimmy the Lip says, I love my PEPE, refuse to sell. Well, I hope at some point you sell, but I agree. It's not time yet. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Wait for your rip roaring soaring time. Glad you liked that crow video the other day, John. Trying to keep that going for you guys. So what do you think? Yeah, okay. Talk that one. Oh, I'll sell when the time is right. Love that answer, Jimmy, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are doing well trading too. I know a lot of folks are trading. And again, you can sign up using our link if you haven't tried it out yet. Do well. Do well out there, guys. I've been DCAing a crow since 2022, and it's boring. I think boring altcoin like crow will pump. I agree. I agree. This boring altcoin crow will pump, and it has been boring. There's no doubt about it. Well, actually, it's been kind of exciting. There's been a lot of news, and the price action hasn't been that exciting. And at times there was. Remember, the Trump ETF announcement with crypto.com? That was crazy. That was crazy. That was awesome. All right, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Thanks for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA, HODL. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Smash a like for me. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Love you, Ahmad. Appreciate you. Love your PEPE videos. Thank you very much. Much love from Northern VA. Appreciate you. My guy. Later, guys. Later, Jimmy. Later, Skater. Deuces Mooses. We like that one. We like that one now. All right, guys. Have a good one. Tap the like.